Hey there, Nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Chiefskate, and welcome to Season 2 of Meat for the Grinder, our series dedicated to Necromunda Dark Uprising Battle Reports. Meat for the Grinder is a Necromunda campaign set in the final days of Hive Arcos, where Chaos, Xenos, and Order clash for control of a collapsing Hive City. And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the very last game that's going to be in our campaign setting, which is Soylent Green. It is a corpse grinder cult that is played by my best friend, Dark Lord Mac. So in case of Mark Morrison's Return of the Mac theme song did not actually clue you in, my buddy Dark Lord Mac will be playing this gang. And if you guys are wondering why I always play Mark Morrison's Return of the Mac, is because my buddy Dark Lord Mac, he made me to promise every single time I feature any video with him in it, I will play that as an homage to him because that's his favorite song. He likes to call it his theme song, and so because of that, we're a bunch of nerds, so we get that taken care of. So once again, my buddy Dark Lord Mac will be playing this gang. It is a game that is obviously dedicated to Chaos, because it is a corpse grinder cult. It is a starting roster at 2,000 points. What we're going to do is we're actually go through each of the individual fighters that make up the rosters and tell you exactly what to expect from our friend Dark Lord Mac's gang. So with that being said, let's get this video on a roll. So up first is his leader, Motionless In White. She is a butcher. She costs 295 credits, and of course she has the starting statistics of a normal butcher as well. She has a butcher mask for that +1 armor save, as well as better recovery against head injuries as well. She's also got that fearsome skill, where basically to pass a willpower test to either shoot or to charge her into close combat as well. She has full plate mail armor, as well as paired heavy chain cleavers, because those things are the pwn. She's also got photo goggles, that way she can see in all visibility conditions. First to the Fray, so that way she can charge faster towards her enemies, as well as the mentor skill. So that way, my buddy Dark Lord Mac chose that skill, so that way if any initiates or cutters or skinners are within her vicinity and they earn experience points, she passed the leadership test, they get a bonus experience point on top of that. And if you guys also notice as well, this is actually a miniature from Forge World. This is actually a Pale Consort miniature from the what's it called, Mercator Pilatus Corpse Harvesting Party. And the reason why is because my buddy Dark Lord Mac wanted to use this miniature for his gang leader. He thought it'd be kind of cool to make his gang leader a woman, and at the same time make her a Pale Consort as well. Now, she doesn't carry heavy chain cleavers in her hands, but the lore is that because she stands perfectly still, they're actually hidden beneath her cloak, and then she, the quick whip snap, and then bam, your head is now departed from your body. And that's pretty much how Motionless In White is going to work for this gang. After that, we also have the People Eater, which is a cutter, which costs 225 credits with the typical cutter stats available to that fighter. And of course, this guy's got the cutter mask, which means you gotta pass a willpower test in order to charge this fighter into close combat. They have plate mail armor, as well as a chain glaive for that wonderful 2-inch versatile attack with that chain glaive, as well as a cult icon for larger group activations. It also has photo goggles so you can see in all dark, all visibility conditions. The Dervish special rule, which means that any weapon with the versatile trait has 360-degree attack arc, as well as frenzy, so that way we get additional attacks with this character. And once again, this is the Bone Scrivener miniature from the Corpse Harvesting Delegation from Forge World's Mercator Pilatus line. And my buddy Dark Lord Mac wanted to use this character as his cutter for his gang. And it's very appropriate looking. It just fits right in. Plus, it looks kind of stunted and evil and creepy looking. So why not add this to a Corpse Grinder cult gang? Up next is another cutter. This character's name is Rickus. He's got 180 credits as well, and of course cutter status as usual. This guy's got a cutter's mask for that usual +1 armor save, as well as resistance to head injury, as well as that causing that ability where you have to pass a willpower test to charge this character in close combat. They have plate mail armor for a better armor save, as well as a rotary flensing saw with that beautiful 4-inch versatile trait with 360-degree attacks combined with Dervish. It's got photo goggles that way you can see in the dark, as well as rain of blows skill, so that way even if Rickus doesn't charge into you, he can still strike you with rain of blows with simple attacks, making his attacks simple actions. And with that 4-inch versatile rate, you can be able to reach out and hit you with that, which is actually kind of a good thing as well. And that makes him my buddy Dark Lord Mac's second champion. And then we also have a third cutter called Corpus Colossus. And the reason why we're doing this is because we are using Aranthean Succession list building rules in this campaign. And the reason why is because we're not going to be able to spend as much time in the campaign as we would like. So in order to make up for the difference, we're doing the Aranthean Succession rules so that we have much more better equipped gangs to see it through. And once again, my buddy's going to also make this guy a cutter. And because we're using Aranthean Succession rules, you can actually double the number of champions in a gang. This fighter also costs 180 credits, same typical stat lines as a cutter as always. It's equipped with cutter's mask, as well as plate armor as well, and it's also armed with a rotary flensing saw as well, so that we get that 4-inch versatile attack trait. Now, this is the rock cutter weapon, I believe, from the Corpse Grinder Cult weapons upgrade pack, but in all fairness, it's just basically a versatile trait. Looks like a rotary flensing saw. It's just that it looks a little bit different. That way, there's a little bit of variety in the sculpts and the miniatures that's being used in this gang. At the same time, it also has photo goggles, seeing all visibility conditions. It has the dervish special rule, so he's got 360-degree arc with its versatile trait wet tags, and it's also got killing blows, so that way Corpus Colossus can trade in all of his attacks for a single attack. But if he hits, though, it doubles the strength, double the damage, and there's no armor save, which would be great to use against buildings, fortifications, vehicles, if we decide to use vehicles in our campaign. So Corpus Colossus, man, this guy is kitted out to kill. So now we go to the regular gangers. We have the Toe Cutter, which is a Skinner. It's going to cost 135 credits, and this guy's got typical Skinner stat lines. He's also got a Skinner's Mask, as well as plate mail armor, as well as packing a chain glaive for that beautiful 2-inch versatile attack. He's also got photo goggles, seeing all of his ability conditions. He has a Berserker skill, so that way if he charges in close combat, he doubles his attacks, and he's also a specialist, so that way he can choose how he upgrades over time. And once again, this is a corpse grinder that is from the corpse harvesting delegation. My buddy Dark Lord Mac wanted to use this guy for one of his Skinners, and because this guy's packing a chain glaive, he decided to equip this guy with a chain glaive as well. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's actually really cool. And then we have Skinner Secundus, which is my buddy Dark Lord Mac's second Skinner, hence the name Skinner Secundus. He costs 135 credits as well, typical stat lines as a Skinner. He's equipped just exactly the same as the Toe Cutter with Skinner's Mask, plate mail armor, a chain glaive with photo goggles. He's got Berserker skill for that additional attack when he charges in close combat, as well as a specialist skill, so that way he can also choose his advancements as he levels up. And once again, this is the second corpse grinder from the Corpse Harvesting Delegation box set offered by Forge World, and my buddy Dark Lord Mac wanted to use this guy in this gang as well. So he makes it the second Skinner for this gang. So now we get into the gang's initiates. This is Diptrock of the Flames. He is an initiative. It costs 185 credits with typical initiative stats. He's got Initiate's Mask for that +1 armor save, as well as resistance against hit injury. He's also got flak armor as well, giving him a 5 armor save. He's armed with a flamer because initiates can take this kind of weapon. He's got an Owl Pistol mask up around for a backup weapon for close combat. Photo goggles, seeing all visibility conditions, as well as the infiltrate special skills. So this guy's going to be able to infiltrate behind enemy lines and set fools on fire with that flamer, and that is absolutely terrifying. I am not looking forward to fighting against that. Dark Lord Mac's second initiate is the Crucifier. He's another initiate who costs 190 credits with typical initiate stats. He's also got Initiate's Mask as well as flak armor for that 5 armor save. He's got a harpoon launcher because nothing says I got you better than a harpoon dragging your victims to being devoured. He's got a stub gun with a dum-dum rounds for backup weapon as well as for close combat, and once again the infiltrate skill, so that way he can just pop in and pop fools with that harpoon launcher as well. And that's another really scary ability that the Crucifier actually has as well. After that, we have Mullik, who's just a normal initiate at 130 credits with the typical initiate stats. This guy's got Initiate's Mask and flak armor, auto pistol man stopper rounds for good short range shooting at strength 4, a boning sword because boning swords are absolutely amazing for close combat. They give you parry. They also cause 2 damage. They're absolutely fantastic. He's also got photo goggles so that way he can see in all visibility conditions, as well as the infiltrate skill. And the very last character is the Fireworm, which is another initiate at 155 credits. This guy's got Initiate's Mask as well as flak armor. He's also packing a hand flamer so that way he can set people on fire, as well as a boning sword for close combat. He's also got photo goggles as well as the infiltrate skill as well. If you notice, this character looks a little bit different, and the reason why is because when I actually put this miniature together, I ran out of legs for this character. I did have an extra Initiate's head as well as some arms from the upgrade boxes, and I wanted to create another Initiate. So I found this old serpent miniature that was made by Reaper Minis. I decided to cut it and glue this guy's torso to it, so he's kind of like, I believe it's called a Naga or a Lamia or whatever it's called, which is a half snake person, but whatever, it's Necromunda. Mutations happen all the time, plus this guy looks really cool too. My buddy Dark Lord Mac uses this guy in order to break up his last initiative to the hand flamer, so that way he can set guys on fire at short ranges, which is absolutely terrifying, and when combined with infiltrate, that is really, really devastating. And lastly, my buddy Dark Lord Mac decided to hire the Eightfold Harvest Lord, who is a bounty hunter. He's going to recruit this guy for his gang. Instead of using a brute or a hangers on, he decided to go with a bounty hunter because Eightfold Harvest Lord is absolutely terrifying. This guy's got movement 5, weapon skill 2+, ballistic skill 6+, 4 strength and toughness, 3 initiative, 3 attacks. He's got 7 leadership, 5 cool, 8 willpower, as well as 7 intelligence. This guy's got a butcher's mask as well as plate mail armor as well. He's packing paired heavy chain cleavers and a fighting knife because sometimes you gotta clean out those hard to reach places in your teeth with human flesh, so use a fighting knife as a toothpick. He's got a corpse grinder cult, so that way he can motivate other fighters around him in order to charge alongside him when close combat. He's also got the Avatar of Blood, so that way he can heal up. He's got killing blows, so that way he can trade all of his attacks for one single attack with double strength and damage and no armor saves. He's got Slaughterborn because nothing says I want to kill you faster than every single time you cause a wound you get an additional inch to your movement. And he's also got the Bounty Hunter special rule as well. So this guy is going to be absolutely terrifying. As you can probably imagine, my friends are going to be probably pumping all of our fire shots directly into the Eightfold Harvest Lord to keep this guy away from the rest of our gang. And that makes up my friend Dark Lord Mac's list, a Soylent Green. Alright, so this is the starting roster for my buddy Dark Lord Mac. He is playing Soylent Green of the Corpse Grinder Cult in our upcoming Dark Uprising campaign. So we're really excited to actually do this campaign. We've been meaning to do one for a while now. Unfortunately, I just have been really busy with things in my personal life, with work as well as with school, so I haven't really had a chance to actually upload a lot of videos as of late for battle reports. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting this this campaign off the ground. Now, I do realize that, that Corpse Grinder cults are considered terrifying, but you know what? They may be kind of challenging, but they're not unstoppable. I hate all the little comments I usually see in my videos whenever Corpse Grinder cult guys are brought up. But you hear all these guys complaining about how they're overpowered and they're not balanced and all this other stuff. Whenever I see comments like that, what that tells me is that a lot of players have no idea how to use blast and template weapons, because that is the biggest weakness of any Corpse Grinder cult gang out there. You just simply throw your blasting charges, your grenades, your photon flash grenades, incendiary charges, or even just your flamers or web guns. You don't actually shoot at the person, you shoot near the person, because those weapons can do that. And because of that, as long as the blast template or the template itself hits the guy, they get hit by it, and then of course they get hit, they get pinned. So if they get pinned, they can't charge. So I'm not sure why everyone's freaking out about Corpse Grinder cults. Are actually a very simple gang to take care of. You just gotta play the battle just a little bit different. You can't be charging headlong and expect to beat these guys in the clinch. You got to keep your distance, and you got to use different type of shenanigans and tactics to take them out. It's really not that difficult. If you guys don't believe me, you can take a look at my Anarchy Road campaign that we did season 2. We had a Corpse Grinder cult gang, and they got curb stomped pretty bad in that campaign setting. So just something for you guys to keep aware of as well. So like I said before, this is going to be a really tough group, but I am looking forward to the challenge, because whenever I see gangs like this that are quote-unquote unstoppable, I just get really excited, because I love fighting this kind of gangs, because when I defeat them, it kind of fuels my ego. But that's just me. There you guys have it. If you guys have any thoughts about how they developed this campaign and this gang over the course of the campaign, please leave your comments down below, so that way you can inform my buddy Dark Lord Max. That way you can see exactly what he should do for his next step for his gang. And like I said, we're really super excited about getting this Dark Uprising campaign off the ground, and we will be seeing battle reports here very shortly. So that's good for this, guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. You guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, as well as blog.com for all the latest greatest hobby news related to this channel. That's good for this one, guys. We'll catch you guys next one. Peace out and stay classy.